Hey everybody, Mark Davis with some post-show comments here on Wednesday, the 19th of September. I am a man stuck in the middle. On the spectrum of conservative punditry, in the aftermath of Mitt Romney's secret video where somebody took one of these and stuck it on a table in somebody's mansion and caught Governor Romney with some admittedly broadly general comments about the now famous 47% who don't pay taxes, blah, blah, blah. You're well familiar with those comments, so we know about that. The comments that I want to focus on right now are some of the comments that have come from, not the liberal world, because you can predict them to, kick him in the shins for anything he does, but from the conservative world. Here's the spectrum. My talk show buddy Mike Gallagher says, don't even mention not one thing about any clumsy phraseology from Romney, because don't we all want him to win? I say, of course we want him to win, and that's why I want him to do things better. And maybe that even means behind closed doors in fundraisers, like knowing that even when you're behind closed doors in a fundraiser, everyone has one of these. Treat every room as if a bank of cameras from MSNBC is on you at all times. So I offered some loving, I hope loving, recommendations for Romney to not be so data-driven and not talk about people as groups of numbers, this 47%, and I don't need to pay attention to them, but do what Reagan would have done, to reach into that 47% that's not paying taxes yet and say, look, come on a walk with me. Come on an American journey up from whatever income you find yourself at now to a place where through less government and more liberty, you can do better for yourself. That's the kind of journey I want to go on with you. That's very Reagan-esque, and we haven't seen enough of that from Governor Romney. So in saying that, though, am I crippling him? Am I making it harder for him to win? I don't think so. I'm trying to help the guy. But to the harsher side from me, we have our National Review friend, Jonah Goldberg, whom we had on the show this morning. I think he's calming down now. It drove Jonah crazy that a numbers guy like Romney can get the numbers wrong. Obviously, the 47% who aren't paying income taxes contain a lot of Romney voters. Retired military, young college students, conservatives who happen to make 40 grand a year. I mean, it was ham-handed. It was a broad generalization, but so what? I say so what, but it bothered Jonah a lot more. And then we get to our friend Bill Kristol. Maybe by the time you see this, Bill will have come off the ledge. But he was calling these remarks arrogant and stupid, and if not equating them, then speaking of them in the same breath as President Obama's cruel, dismissive back of the hand that he gave small-town Pennsylvanians in 2008 when he talked about them clinging to their religion and guns and antipathy toward people that don't look like them. So, okay, let me get this straight. If you are candidate Obama, you can call people who have been slow to warm to your charm, you can call them Jesus freaks, gun nuts, and xenophobe racists. All right, but if you're Mitt Romney and you overstate something statistically about an electoral strategy, your campaign is over. Really? Is that the way it goes? Well, candidate Obama benefited from two things. Number one, willing handmaidens in the media who were not in any way going to make things difficult for him. And the other thing that Obama benefited from later on in 2008, an opponent in John McCain who certainly wasn't going to get aggressive with him about that. Well, it's time for Mitt Romney to get aggressive with a media culture, critics on the left, and even critics on the right who seek to make too big a deal out of this. It's time for Governor Romney to step out and say, okay, if there's confusion about how I feel about the 47% and whether I care about them, I'm going to show you how I care about them. I'm going to give them lower taxes once they are making enough to pay taxes. I'm going to get them there by taking unnecessary regulation off their back. I'm going to let them keep more of their money. I'm going to give them more of their liberty. I'm going to establish a business-friendly America where there are more jobs, where everyone can do better. That's how I'm going to show I care. I don't measure compassion through the lens of government largesse. I want to see that from Mitt Romney today, tomorrow, and every day till November 6th. We'll see if he can do it. I know what we can do, a show every day, right here on 660 a.m. The Answer, 7 to 10 a.m. Central Time, Monday through Thursday, and Fridays. Who agreed to this? Oh, I did. 5 a.m. with Bill Bennett's Morning in America. Glad to do that. 5 to 8, and then locally 8 to 10 on Fridays, right here at 660 a.m. The Answer. Thanks for listening and for watching.